This playthrough is rated T for teen.
Greetings and salutation, viewers. Vauldemare back here with another episode of Star Wars: Knights of the Old Republic. In the last episode, we explored some of the sand dunes of Tatooine. We encountered some of the local flora and fauna. We also encountered some stupid Gamorreans who thought they could, chop us up easily for some free credits. But luckily, we were able to convince them how big and strong they were, and they decided to leave us alone. Could have killed them, but why not? Just let them wallow in ignorance for the rest of their lives until they get killed by like some hotshot like smuggler or something like that. But anyway, time to continue through the desert, see if we can find that somewhat friendly, okay, well not friendly, but somewhat tolerable sand people tribe to find out about the star map and perhaps save Mission's brother in the waysay. But anyway, before we move on, let me go ahead and level up really quick. Skills, gonna keep good in repair, because I want to get HK's, want to maximize HK's abilities by the end of the game. Because I want to. And let's get the new power. We finally max out Master Speed after all this time. It is awesome. Lasts for 36 seconds. Your speed is doubled. Defense increases by 4, which is already the case before. But the big one is 2 attacks per round. So with Flurry and Master Speed, you get 5 attacks per round. Is that not the best? Now, I mean, obviously I could double check that really quick, but let's see, Flurry. So if we use Flurry, get them extra attack every round, or maybe it's 4 attacks. Either way, still, it's really good. It's really good. We're pretty much like capped on like our powers and abilities, so it's pretty good. We're pretty. I'm pretty swole right now for the most part, but anyway, oh yeah, before I fight these guys, if you go over to the exit in that direction, it mentions like a massive desert and restrictions to go there, so we can't quite go there yet. We'll have to figure out we'll have to get directions from the sand people before we do that, but alright. Let's see, before we fight them,
Ready.
Let's get, I don't know, oh, he's not close enough yet. Alright. I don't know, what's our grenade? We haven't used one of these in a while. Oh, that's pretty funny. Ooh. Alright. Now we gotta go to combat mode there. Oops. Sorry. Had a little issue with my controller there for a second. Battery fell out. Anyway. Alright, so we got speed and everything ready to go. Alright, so let's just have HK, keep power blasting.
Sure.
I will start master flurrying people with my new speed ability, which is awesome. Okay, so we need to start, well, like before, let's just start, nope. Jolie, you do not need to, oh, looks like he's killing it pretty easily, but, I got hit by a cryo grenade. Yeah, not too bad. Not really. Actually, it looks like I'm pretty much without even controlling my main character, he's basically just murdering him. Oh, looks like the emulation program's not working properly or something. Okay, have him keep power blasting. Yeah, too bad there's not a default setting you can set for like skills that you want your characters to start using. Just murder everything with 5 attacks or 4 attacks, whatever. Man, look at that! I'm just wrecking me some natural wildlife here. Look at that! Is this not fantastic? Yeah, if I get hurt too much, my my healer will take care of me. Like I said, not perfect, but pretty good. If I had like adjusted my stats a bit better, I probably would have been even more of a powerhouse at this point in the game. Anyway, for killing these guys, we get sand people clothing. We're gonna need this to infiltrate the friendly. I don't know why I keep saying friendly. They're not friendly. But anyway, we'll need this to actually infiltrate the sand people thing if we want to do the light side method anyway. So make sure to have all these. All right, we get some drops. I don't know why they'd have droid repair parts from there, but. Yeah, more gaffy sticks and sand people clothing. And they are in armor, so we will have to wear it, kind of like the Sith armor from when we were on Terrace a long time ago. Did I? Oh, good. So now I don't know if it's gonna if I've missed I assume remains will be fine to pick up. Hopefully that'll make them disappear after I do it. Yeah, alright. Man, this game definitely wants to make sure we got some gaffy sticks, that's for sure. And some bantha fodder. Oh, was there a grenade there? Ah, well, that sucks not having a character with high awareness. Oh well. Oh, it's worse when it's like HK who gets hit because he can't, at least with this build anyway, because he can't be healed unless it's a repair kit.
Sure.
Alright, anyway, get out of the way. Alright, let's go to the next area. Let me save it after that combat. Back to the top slot again. I probably should have made more than just 6 slots to use. I should have made like maybe 10. But, eh. Ah, more damage! Don't, well, don't be like me and not choose someone with awareness. Although if I chose Karth and Zalbar, Karth and Bastila, we wouldn't be having this problem. But, gosh darn it, I want to play the jokey party. Or the one that has the most humorous commentary. Because Bastila can have funny comments every once in a while, but Karth is like... Zalbar hardly says anything, and Karth is like a white paper sack for the most part. Alright, so we got this huge place to explore, so let's do it. I mean, there is a huge place to explore, but frankly, for the most part, there isn't a whole lot to actually see here. Really, where we want to go is, actually, probably should just go ahead and do it, is go towards the, we want to go to the enclave of the,
Yes.
sand people, so we can actually infiltrate them. And obviously, if you're going here... Oh, more grenades? What the... Man, these things are everywhere. I was so used to the beginning of the game having someone with high awareness that I forget that this area of the game has a lot of hidden explosives, which means, unfortunately, means missing out on a lot of free credits for selling the grenade or for selling the mines. If you can if you can recover them without I wonder if I can fight those things. Nope. Doesn't look like it'll let me too. Looks like they're too friendly. But yeah, if we go this way, we'll run into the sand people. So what we'll need to do is we'll need to switch into our sand people outfits. Yeah, unfortunately, there's no. You only get your Dex bonus outfit, which weirdly enough is well, not much worse than the Jedi outfit. Okay, and we'll give that to Jolie, so that way when we actually go inside, we can actually talk to the. I think we still get attacked if we're out here, but when we get to the gates, we'll be considered. Oh, okay. I guess we can talk to them here. Oh, whoops! I got too close. Whoops! No, I don't want to do that. Oh, okay. At short range, he got attacked. All right. I thought we could talk to him for some reason. I don't know why I thought that. And you're probably thinking, man, a sand person with a lightsaber. You never thought you'd see the day there. Interesting enough, there's actually, I think I mentioned this in the last episode. There's a character in the extended universe, the Legends universe version, called Darth Krayt, I think his name was, and he was actually a sand person who ends up becoming a Sith Lord, and in one of the Legends stories, which takes place like I think like 1 or 2 centuries after the Star Wars official movies are over, and it's about like a descendant of Luke Skywalker and his dealings with Krayt and stuff like that. I've heard it's actually not too bad of a graphic novel to read. I think it's a comic / graphic novel if I remember correctly. I haven't read it, but I've heard good things about it. You know, some of my random Star Wars info that, even though as much of a fan of Star Wars as I am, I actually don't know that much. Most of it's just from like random wiki readings or playing the video games and stuff like that. I'd probably call myself a casual fan more than anything. All right, so luckily with our outfit, we can. The sand person warrior obviously recognized you. It is astounded that you are here. Your disguise may have allowed you to pass the turrets outside, but is effective at close range.
Interjection. One moment. I believe I understood that, Master. It may not have been his intention, but he did actually communicate something.
Oh man, I hate when the emulation screws up. Alright, never mind. Never mind that. Get ready to fight. Yeah, basically at any point you can You can basically just call it if you just want to just go through it, even with HK in the group. Why can you understand it, but I can't?
Cautionary. I am unsure, Master. Now is not the time for speculation, however. I will attempt to address your question later.
Quickly, tell him we're not a threat.
Translation. Result. I believe I've succeeded in confusing him, Master. We have shown an interest not common among outsiders.
Demand this be... if you want, like, funny dialogue or agreement with HK, always say, basically, just demand. Either demand or get ready to fight. He'll be like, oh, good. But if you try to be light side, he gets all pouty because he's like, what? I want to kill him. It's kind of funny. But anyway, I apologize for being here. Say we want peace.
Translation. Translation. He is expressing disbelief, as am I, but his duty requires that he report to his chieftain. Extrapolation. It would seem that we are at least worthy of curiosity for the moment. I would much rather this get bloody, Master, but it is your call.
Yeah, see how HK would have liked us to just fight or demand stuff we people do. Though he can't seem to understand that the Sand People chieftain's tone is obvious. He clearly despises all outsiders.
Translation. I can translate with some guarantee of accuracy that he is demanding to know why he should let us survive this encounter, Master.
Because we can kick his ass? I mean, tell him to surrender or face death. Why are you able to speak with him while I can't?
Extrapolation. I understand that you are force-sensitive, Master, but I lack sufficient knowledge to make an accurate assumption. Hypothesis. Perhaps your ability does not take the place of actual language study when the subject is out of the ordinary. Or perhaps the Sand People confuse your ability because they actively refuse to communicate with most outsiders. I have no data on this, sadly.
Or it's just a lazy plot device to get us to require a certain character in our group, but yeah, whatever. I like HK. Tell me we want a peaceful solution.
Translation. Translation. He claims he has no reason to believe you, Master. Your kind have tainted this land with machines and uncaring, ignorant feet. Translation. He requires proof of good faith. We must make a contribution to his people that shows we are not a threat. Shall I blast him now, Master?
Offer him 100 credits. Ask him to see if he's holding. Let's see. Attack him or offer him 100 credits. Yeah, like that's gonna work. See if he's holding the Jawa's disease was looking for. I mean, we want to ask what he wants, but.
Translation. Translation. He refuses to waste breath on you until you are proven to be an ally of his people. He seems quite adamant about it. Please, let me blast him, Master.
I always want to just go ahead and let him do it, but no. Ask it what he wants.
Translation. Translation. He plans to move his people farther from Anchorhead, but they need to build up stores of water first. He says you must aid him. Translation. He wants moisture evaporators from the Zerka. If you deliver them, he will order that his people reduce their attacks on miners.
Will he also tell us about any captives he has?
Translation. Translation. He says you will get no more answers until you have proven you are an ally of the Sand People.
Man, being good sucks sometimes. You have to jump through all these hoops just to get him to help you when you could just as easily just finish them all off. Well, we don't want to be too aggressive. We're trying to be peaceful here, so tell him we'll get his vaporators.
Translation.
Maybe we can convince him to stop attacks afterwards.
Translation. He does not believe you, Master. We will only be allowed to re-enter the Enclave when we have the evaporators with us. Translation. We are to be escorted outside. He will wait, but he doesn't believe we are coming back.
Well, despite what Zerka wants us to do, which is they wanted us to just kill all the sand people, and I think we can still sell them their gaffy sticks for the trophies, but in the end they still wanted us to just get rid of them, but we're trying the peaceful solution, so they won't be too happy with us, but they're just going to have to accept it if they want to keep doing business here, or if they want to just leave in peace. Alright, we'll have to put back on our clothes since it automatically takes them off of us after we leave. Let's see. Let's see, that one. Put that one back on. Alright, we're good to go. Alright, basically what we need to do is we just need to go back to Zerka, but before we do that, let's explore a bit more of this place while we're here. See what else. Luckily we won't be blasted anymore while walking in, although if we run across sand people we will be attacked, so because obviously they don't recognize us outside this outfit. I don't think there's actually too much in this area if I remember correctly. But I guess they don't attack us. I could have swore they would attack us. Maybe it's farther out, but I think this place is actually pretty open if I remember correctly. That's probably why Tatooine's one of the more boring planets to go to in the game, because it's really, I mean, look at it, there's just like sand. If you like sand, I've got what you came for. You want more sand? I got sand in me boots. Why does that remind me of Final Fantasy VI for some reason? Hey, let's see if it'll let us go into the next area or not. Probably not until we placate the sand people. Yeah, the Eastern Dune Sea continues to be a barren horizon, but there are signs of, okay, it didn't, basically it says there are danger signs and we don't want to go that way. So, fastest way to do this is we just need to go back to, is that really going to take us all the way back to the Ebon Hawk? Alright, so basically what I'm going to do is I'm going to make a quick cut. I'm going to go back to Zerka, and basically I'm just going to cut when I get back to Zerka so we can get those evaporators from him. So I'll see you all in just a second. Alright, welcome back. We are here back at the Zerka Corporation. Looks like we need to talk to the lady here about that, but let's see if we can turn in those, I forgot if we're supposed to turn them into her or to Greeda, those gaffy sticks, but let's see if we can do that. That's about the bounties. Okay, so I had to talk to the protocol officer about that. Okay. Alright, so we do need to talk to her. Alright, hey lady.
Greetings again from the offices of Zerka Corporation. Is this about bounties or something else?
Well, I might as well get the rewards for all these gaffy sticks.
I see that, but do you have the all-important Chieftain's gaffy? That was what you agreed to get for us.
Just the regular ones.
Then I'll take those off your hands, but the real prize is still out there.
Alright, I want to ask about our agreement.
Yes, we're still waiting for you to return with the Sand People Chieftain's gaffy stick. I'll reward you well when you do. We don't have any new information on the subject. It's still possible. And I would remind you that you did agree to do this task for Zerka Corporation. We expect completion in a timely manner.
There may be... Okay, there we go. I didn't mean to skip that one. I accidentally pressed the button because I thought she was repeating herself, but there may be a non-violent solution to this.
I should remind you that you were not retained as a diplomatic representative. You are a hunter, and should go after your prey as we agreed. You are not authorized to do anything other than deliver what was promised. Do so, and don't talk of this foolishness again.
Alright.
Very well.
I guess that's it.
Farewell.
Okay. So I need to... Let's see... Zerka may not make clear that they want you to kill them all. So it looks like So that's going to be a bit interesting.
Greetings again from the I assume
I'm
that...
going to try to see if I can...
I'm afraid Zerka...
let's see... No desire to mistakenly associate with losing sight, huh?
Zerka Corporation policy is not subject to your approval. It is a sound business model. Save us your commentary. Very well. Farewell.
Also, there has to be another option for this. Let's see if we can talk to someone else about it. Let's see. How about maybe I can buy them. There was something specific you're looking for. It seems like you're looking for unique things. Sorry, I didn't mean to skip that. Like I said, I'm trying to remember the exact solution here. So it's been, like I said, it's been a while. Do you have any moisture vaporators? I may, but this is not something I usually sell to spacers. You don't look like a moisture farmer. What do you want them for? That's not really concerned. You just show me what you have. Don't risk angering me. I always like how in this game that they still have dark side / anger options for even if you're trying to do a light side result. You know what I mean? To exchange with sand people to stop their attacks. Ah, exactly the kind of appeasement that Zerka Corporation doesn't like to support in their policies. I like it. Well, I have 2 of the finest vaporators that Zerka Corporation produces. Of course, they only produce 1 model right now. The price is 400 credits for the pair. I won't break them up. They function best when linked together. No, that's how they get us. Well, we got some money from the gaffy stick, so I guess blood money for a peaceful solution's better than nothing. Could you be persuaded to lower the price? Well, I don't think that's very likely. I have to carry my cost, you know. I want you to lower the price. Let's see if we can, persuade. Let's see. Zerka's cost, not yours. Who cares about their money? I can't do it. I just can't. We have to come up with the money. Perhaps I could try to persuade you once more? Let's see if we can force persuade him. Of course I want to lower the price, but Zerka regulations, who cares about those, right? I'll lower the price to 200 credits, but that's it. Don't even ask again. Forcing people to think your way. How diplomatic. Could we persuade to lower the price more? I really don't think so. I don't know how, but you won't convince me to lower it as much as I can. It's a good deal. Alright. 200 credits. Fine. I assume you'll be able to handle the deployment of them. They are surprisingly light. It's a pleasure doing business with you. Do come again. Alright, well, looks like we solved the issue at hand here, so we need to go back to the Sand People camp with the vaporators in tow. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to cut back to the Sand People's place, but I'm going to swap out my party to have a mission in my group because we need to have her in the Tatooine area so we can find out about what happened to her brother Griff. So I'll see you all back when I've made it to the Sand People Enclave. So I'll see you all in a moment. Alright, we're back after switching out mission to Jolie and getting the vaporator. So let's go inside. Let's talk to this guard. Oops. Even through the layers of wrappings, you can tell the Sandpori warrior is disgusted by your presence among his people.
Extrapolation. This guard doesn't appear honored to have the job of greeting us.
Well, tell him we have the moisture. Tell him the Boosider will make him. Tell him we have the moisture converters.
Translation. Translation. He will take us before the chieftain, as he was instructed to do.
Alright, well, now we just have to tell it to the chieftain, and we'll be able to, hopefully we'll be able to convince him to give us the slaves of the Jawas, and maybe tell us where Mission's brother is, if he's here, or at least in the general direction. I think Mission's brother's actually in the sand dunes to the eastern sand dunes, but we'll find out here in a second. If you can read anything of the Sand People's chieftain's emotions, it seems that he's surprised that you've returned.
Translation. He did not expect us to return, Master. He wonders if we have brought the moisture evaporators.
Vaporators, whatever. Tell him where the deal's off unless the attack stop. Tell him we have the vaporators.
Translation. Translation. He does not trust you, Master. But you have done more than any other outsider. They will not attack, and he grants you his chieftain's gaffy as reward. Translation. The attacks will be reduced, and he will allow you to explore this enclave, but be warned that any lack of respect will result in death.
After all this, you can still attack him. I have a few questions for him.
Protocol. If you truly want this sadly peaceful arrangement to continue, be careful of what you ask.
It's almost funnier to disappoint HK than it is to give him what he wants sometimes. Ask him about the star map.
Translation. Translation. He says that what you seek is far from here in the eastern Dune Sea. He will give you a map so you can find your way. Translation. His people found it but didn't scavenge it because a crate dragon took up residence in the excavation.
A crate dragon? What is that? How do I pass it?
Translation. Translation. Your ignorance isn't his concern. He claims there is a hunter that wanders the area sometimes and that you should ask him. Translation. The hunter is a Twi'lek. He will be in the eastern Dune Sea somewhere.
Oh, I bet he's that one guy we talked to up in the Hunters Club, so... ask him about captives.
Clarification. We must be more specific, Master. They capture many organics.
Ask him if he knows about the Jawas Aziz told us about.
Translation. Translation. He says that the captive Jawas are slaves and that they have lived past their usefulness. You may take them if you wish.
Well, I'm glad that was pretty easily, so I'm no free to use kill him. Ask if he knows about Mission's brother Griff.
Translation. Translation. He says that by his very presence, this Griff defiles their home and land. He is without any semblance of usefulness to them.
Yep, that would be Griff.
Extrapolation. I would assume we are free to take him. It is doubtful they will even waste the effort to kill him. Perhaps we could do it, Master.
If only we could. Let me go back to other questions.
Protocol. We should not keep him long. It is an insult to take too much of his time. Unless the plan is to blast him when you are done, of course.
Well, let's see if we piss him off even further by asking him about his culture.
Protocol. This will be a very sensitive topic, Master. You will want to be careful with your questions or risk offending him. Not that that is much of a worry.
Because we could just blast him when we can. Let's just ask him about the history.
Translation. Translation. He says that he will not, Master. There is one storyteller in each clan, and only he may recite the histories.
Ask if we can meet this storyteller.
Translation. Translation. He says that you don't understand. They must never be told to someone who might say them incorrectly out of ignorance. Translation. To speak them in error is a blasphemy punishable by death. Only their greatest warriors are even permitted to listen to the tales.
How could I prove I'm a worthy warrior?
Translation.
Probably have to kill that crate dragon.
Translation. He doesn't know, Master. His people usually kill outsiders. Since you are an outsider yourself, that would not suffice. Translation. The greatest challenge for a warrior is to face a crate dragon, the largest predator on Tatooine. Fight one of those and bring back a dragon pearl. Disgust. I think he's making fun of you, Master. He doesn't believe an outsider could do such a thing.
Oh, he doesn't even know much about the Force, does he? What is a dragon pearl?
Translation. Translation. Stones polished in the gullet of the beast. Apparently they are valuable items.
Well, at least it's not a dragon diamond from the Lunar universe. You know what I'm talking about if you played that game. Where can I find the crate dragon? Well, we know where it is, but I'm gonna ask anyway.
Translation. Translation. He says there is a dragon in the eastern Dune Sea that you could sacrifice yourself to. You already have a map to the area. Translation. There is a hunter, a Twi'lek, that is sometimes seen out there. Perhaps he would be of some help.
Alright, well, I guess we could ask him about hostility to outsiders, but I feel like that might anger him, so let's just back off from that and just tell him goodbye.
Translation. Translation. We are free to leave.
Alright, well, looks like we've done a good thing here. We've done the best, nicest possible solution to the Sand People despite their aggressive behavior, but I guess people did defile their homes to begin with, so I guess tete-a-tete, am I right? So, we've done so many good things, but there are many more left to do. So, in the next episode of Star Wars Knights of the Old Republic, we'll see if we... I don't know if the Jawas or prisoners are still here, but we'll finish exploring the Sand People Enclave, see if there's anything left here. We'll kind of end the conflict, or we'll end the resolution to the Mission Vows storyline, and we'll explore the desert and on our ways to the star map and get off this godforsaken planet. So join me on the next episode, will you? Thanks for watching, hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you next time. And may the Force be with you.